That looks like the station. It's the railway. The station usually is fairly central in these little towns, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to say where
Can
the...
you not keep it until I've had my lie
Yes,
down?
I can. I'll put it on my phone.
Carol Major. The people up there didn't wear any clothes at all. This wasn't put on for tourists. They just didn't wear clothes.
Yeah.
But they had fantastic hairstyles that they made covered in cow dung. It was awful. I got a photograph of myself.
They're not the Maasai.
No, they're not Maasai, they're Karamojong. And I had a photograph taken of me standing next to one of these men who's stark naked, who's standing there with his spear. And I took it, when I came back on leave, I took it to my grandparents. My grandfather was very old in those days, and his eyesight wasn't very good, and he was also getting a bit muddled up, and he looked at the photograph and he said, "Oh, it's a nice picture of you, but Stan is standing in the shadows." And Stan was my father, and he had forgotten, of course, that my father wasn't with me at that time. And of course, when I told my father that we'd been mistaken for a naked Arabic warrior by his father, it remained as a joke in our family.
But I think your grandfather was probably deeply shocked and didn't know how to get out of a tricky situation.
No, you are totally
so
wrong
he
on
did
that.
it subtly.
No, you are totally wrong on that.
No, all right.
No, it was perfectly, it was a completely...
Oh, and there stands the shadows. No, he didn't got his clothes on either.
He couldn't see very well. He was very old then.
So, tell me in order the places you worked in. You started off what year and where? Your first posting, just quickly go through it.
1964, Bangladesh.
No, she wasn't. She was in
1966,
deepest Buckinghamshire.
Ghana.
Darkest Buckinghamshire.
1968, Uganda.
Get on with it. You have to speed up a bit.
And then 1971, Botswana, and that was it.
And what countries did you visit in between those years?
Germany, Switzerland,
I don't remember. I went to Dar es
Benidorm.
Dar es Salaam. I can't remember what country that's in now.
Which one?
Dar es Salaam.
Oh, well,
Was that to visit Canada?
It was Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Tanganyika.
Yeah, Tanganyika.
Standing in the shadows.
I don't remember whether...
You went to Togo?
I went to Togo, yes, for the weekend for it. Oh, yes, that was a fantastic experience.
And tell me about that.
Well, Togo was a French colony, and they had a ball. And the men were dressed up in white tie and tails. All the black men dressed up like that.
And what year was this about?
1967. Something like that.
Carry on.
And the women were all dressed up, and they had long white gloves up to here, and they had tiaras on their heads. It was, it was just like being in the 18th century. It was unbelievable. And during the day, the waiters, the cafes were all on the pavements, and the waiters were dressed in white aprons like French people used to be. and it was just extraordinary to see African women dressed up like that, and men as well.
And tell us about getting the posting in Pakistan. How did that come about?
Well, I was getting fed up working in England, and I was looking in the Telegraph to see what other opportunities there were, and I saw an advertisement for they were recruiting for secretaries for the Foreign Office, girls willing to go and work abroad. So I replied to the advertisement, and they asked me to go for an interview. And they asked me what countries I'd like to go to, and I said I'd like to go to Africa.
Why did you want to go to Africa?
Because funnily enough, a few weeks beforehand, I'd been with Daphne and Bill, and before Daphne became horrible, and we'd seen a film about Africa, and I thought, well, I'd love to go there. Anyway, I went up to London, I was seen, and I came home again. A few days later, I got a letter saying that they would like me to go to do a typing test, a shorthand and typing test, which I did, and I passed. And there's probably Marion, and I got the job. I went up and did the typing and shorthand test.
Guys, Christina, I think it might be too good to be. Property is in the centre of the village where exists a small village church everyday shops. Continued.
I always take the big mug with me. I'm sat there thinking, well, have the milk in the hotel room, it's going to go off overnight. How do I keep it cold? And I thought, good idea. Got one of my sports socks out, which was nice, thick cotton, covered the bottle, poured water over it, and then left it sitting on an open window, so the breeze blew over it, and then each morning, brilliantly cold. So,
Worked all right, did it?
it worked perfectly.